Are we live? I'm not sure. It's always hard to tell sometimes. Are we actually live? It says we are. Hello there, everyone. How you doing today? This is officially a test to see whether or not I can actually be live again. That'd be super nice. I've made yet another couple changes. One of the things I'm going to have to make a change of is getting a pop filter for this new microphone I'm using, because it is very poppy. Hi. Who is that? I haven't seen your messages come through yet. Now that we have this donation thing up here, it takes a second for the messages to come through. Hello. Hi. Welcome back. Is that Sveno? It's Sveno. Hello. How you doing, Bean? So I might have done it on a silly, but I mean, in the end, I'm still getting a better computer. I think I may have finally figured out the issue. You're very tired? You should go get yourself some EPs. Go CPs. Yeah, we're no longer using the Quest Pro. We're using the Varro Arrow with the eye tracking. It's not as good, I would say, as the Quest Pros, but I can deal with that. Why are the messages? Oh, I forgot the chat system. Watch this crash it. That'd be hilarious. Because I didn't start the chat system yet. Come on. Oh my god, it's working. You have no idea how happy this makes me. This has been a month and no, almost 2 months now. Okay. Okay, the chat should start showing up. Hi Scythe, I'm great. How about you? Says Sveno. Hi Scythe. Welcome on through, Bean. But yeah, I also figured out how to make the donations stay there. So now the donations are actually up there. We don't have to worry about the donations just randomly disappearing, because they did that. That was weird. They just randomly disappeared. You have so many books now. Yeah, that's awesome. Azuri says, whoa, Cheaty Life, it's been a minute. Hope you've been well. I've been trying to figure out my computer issues for a long time now. But I think I figured it out, finally. I think I finally figured it out. Because right now we are using... Because... This is going to be really stupid. I think the reason... Because I thought it was the GPU that was causing it. But I started a stream today and it still crashed. So... I keep realizing that every time the computer got to like... Oh, it just dropped a whole bunch. Did something crash? No, everything's still here. Oh. But every time the computer went over like 17, 18 gigs of usable stuff, it would crash. So I think what was happening is that when my GPU, because what was making me think that GPU was the problem is that the GPU would get to the full 12 gigs of VRAM that I had, and then it would try and dump some of the information from the VRAM to regular system RAM. So the system RAM would jump up a little bit to try and, you know, do the thing for that. And when the RAM went up, it would go to like 20 gigs and then it would crash. I didn't realize this. I just thought it was the GPU failing because it was running out of VRAM. So now I have a different GPU, which has 16 gigs of VRAM in it. And that made it so that VRChat itself didn't crash all that much. But as soon as I started doing all of this, my RAM would jump up to 17, 18 gigs anyway because I'm doing all of this, and it would fail. So that's what happened earlier today. So what I did is I took the RAM out of my other machine over there, which is the same amount of RAM, it's just different sticks. And now we were just a moment ago sitting at like 20 gigs of usable stuff, and it didn't crash. So I think it was this whole time for the past 2 months, it was RAM. It was the RAM that was bad the whole time. But now I have a 5070 Ti, and it didn't technically really cost me anything, so that's pretty sweet. Yeah. Sai says it kind of reminds me of that glitch in NES Tetris with the score counter takes so long that it calculates after showing a string of 9s in the score bar. It just completely crashes the game. Something like that, yeah. Now I have to find out different RAM for that computer over there, because what I did is I took the RAM from this machine for the VR and put it in that machine over there, but it's just gonna crash. So, or at least I think. So, but hey, I can be at Wowie Wednesday now and not crash, hopefully. Knock on wood. Hold on, there's some wood right here. There you go. Do, do, do. Numix says that reminds me of that one time when I upgraded my GPU and I had more VRAM than RAM in my system. Have I ever had that happen to me before? I think that may have happened once. Like back in the Pentium 4 days, I had like 256 megabytes of RAM, which is, I know, is like a tiny little bit, but I had 256 megs of RAM, and then like a 512 megabyte GPU. But then eventually I upgraded to 2 gigs of RAM, and then that 512 was like smaller, but still pretty good. But it's kind of wild. 16 gigs of VRAM. Is that not crazy? That's a lot of VRAM. Slay says, I'm trying to get more RAM. Oh wait, I'm trying to make a RAM tester, but it's working really futile right now. Nova says, no, not the dad joke bird. What's wrong with me? Hey. But yeah, I'm finally off the Quest Pro. I'm so happy about that. You have no idea. I'm finally off the Quest Pro. I'm using Project Babel for my mouth, which is really, I mean, it's jank, don't get me wrong. I've taken some pictures. I should share it somewhere. But it's basically like a presentation camera, one of the ones with like the really wide field of view, and it's just hanging off the front of the headset with some Velcro tape. And then like and then I had to like string up a line of like white LEDs, like tape LEDs on the front of the thing, because you have to have even lighting over across your full face for it to work correctly. So it looks super jank, but it works. It works, and I don't care what it looks like because I don't see it, and technically nobody else should either, so it doesn't matter to me. It just works. I don't have to worry about the controllers disconnecting anymore. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how excited I am. So much is going right now all of a sudden. It's yes, finally. And because of the headset, the Varo Aero has an actual like headset connector on it, so I have like a direct line for a microphone right here. And I like to think it sounds better. I'd love to hear your guys' input on that. I think it sounds better. It's got like more bass and more treble. A little bit less in the mid-range. I might have to fix that. And I still need to get a pop filter for it because it's really loud sometimes when I blow at it. Plows. Plows. Plows? Or is it plops? I forget. But it's like the word that means that you're blowing air into the microphone. And I recorded my first couple of videos using this new setup, and I posted them last night. So if you guys are interested in seeing those, they're over there. Numix says it sounds like a stupid grade mic. What does that mean? Does that mean like it's It's really poopy. It sounds okay to me. Does it sound different to you guys? Oh, studio grade. Okay. That makes me feel better. Stupid grade sounded bad. Sai says, what are you using for eye tracking if you're not using the Quest Pro? I'm using the Varo Aero. I do not suggest this headset for the regular user because to run this headset, you kind of need like a really powerful GPU because the resolution in this thing is stupid high. I can't even begin to explain. The Steam VR likes to think that it's running at 3000 by 3000 right now. If anyone knows what PPD is, I'm technically right now, I actually have the headset running at a slightly lower resolution, just so that I'm not wasting all my VRAM doing that. So I can actually like load people's avatars. You know, I don't have I have a 57D Ti and I'm using 10 gigs out of 16 being in this really simple world here. Nova, you have no idea how clear this is. Like, I can't even begin to explain it. It's like, I guess you could say it's like having 4K. Does that make sense? It's like having 4K but in a headset. It's really clear. Hey Xeon. Nova says you crashed every volley meet already. Now this has been happening since I got this headset. And Nova, I don't know if you were here, but I think I figured out actually what it was. My normal system RAM had gone bad because it didn't start happening until I swapped everything from my old case to my new case, and I guess maybe when I did that I may have accidentally static shocked the RAM. Because I put the RAM from my other machine into this machine and now it's working. No issues whatsoever. Which really kind of irritates me because I was... When I ran into my very first problem, which was the VRAM overheating, I didn't think about checking temperatures. But I feel like if I would have just gone in and did like a RAM test, I might have found the problem. I did do like a preliminary one with Prime 95. I did do a test with that and it seemed to work fine. Well, no, technically I didn't touch the RAM at all, Nova. I never took it out of the machine. That's the weird part. I left it in the machine and just swapped it from the old case, which was like a 1992 gaming case, and then I put it into this like 2007 gaming case. I have this one case that I kind of like use for everything. It's like I think it's called a Cooler Master N200, if I remember correctly. And I just use it for like all my builds. It's a really basic, boring looking case, but it gets the job done. Buddies, give... this is Taco and Slushy right here. You can see them kind of like snuggling. They're actually snuggling together. For some reason in the past week or two, these two birds have just really loved hanging out together. They clean each other. It's weird because like Taco and Peach were like a couple, but now these two male birds have really just kind of like been snuggling and kissing and they're both males. I don't know, like maybe Taco switched up or something. I'm not sure, but Peach doesn't have any issues with it. Diamond says, hi, hi-oh. And weird stuff does happen with RAM sticks at times. I don't think I've ever had RAM fail on me before, so that was really weird. I do have to say that the RAM was like... When I bought it, like RAM was really cheap at the time. I think I paid 34 bucks or something for 32 gigs of RAM. Which seems really cheap, but I was like looking, like toying with the idea of getting more RAM for this computer in the first place. And I was looking at like 90 to 120 bucks for the cheap stuff for this computer now. For some reason, RAM is really expensive right now. They're copying their owner. It's like, sorry, babe. I have other plans. Now the only thing is I have this thing. I have this thing now where when I don't have the Steam menu open, I don't know if any of you know anything about this, but I think that Quest Pro was like doing something on its own that would fix this. But when I don't have the Steam menu open, there's like little micro stutters that are happening. But it only happens to the Steam user interface. It's not the real world that it's happening to. Which is weird. I don't know if it's just like not updating the Steam VR interface. But when I open the Steam interface, everything is super smooth. I don't know if there's like a setting I can set to make it so that it... Because the problem with that is that when you have the Steam interface open, your hands don't move. But when you have it open, like I'm clicking my triggers right now and nothing's happening. Taco is gay, I guess. Like they've been kissing and snuggling and preening each other. It's actually really adorable. And then of course you got Mayo over there who's just trying to cause problems all the time. Oh, uh-oh. Did it happen? Wait, what's going on? Is VR chat frozen? What is this? Well, it stopped rendering VR chat. But I'm still live. No drop of memory. No, I'm still live. Hey VR chat, if you're gonna crash, could you just do it? It's weird because like the Steam user interface is still live. It's just VR chat that did it. Well, I mean, the good thing about that is that was new. Normally it'll full crash. Like a whole bunch of stuff will crash. So that's an improvement. I know that may not sound like it, but that is an improvement. Yeah, that's about right. Sometimes I wonder if some of the stuff that I'm dealing with isn't necessarily me, but just VR chat being VR chat. What do you guys think? There we go. Xeon. Yo, Mercel, what's up? Let's go over here. Stream cam. Oh. Behavior. Doot, 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 doot. There we go. And then grab it and then put it right here. Right? Or is it supposed to be down here? I'm not sure. Wow. Okay. Well, we didn't completely die. The face tracking, the mouth. Yeah, the mouth tracking is still working. Oh, they moved. I think that camera may see. Look, like even Peach is still coming over to just like check up on him. Aw. Taco's like, no, leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep. Oh, hello. Oh, hello there. Stream saved. Yeah, I wonder if it just had, because I was going in and out of the Steam user interface a heck of a lot. I don't know if that might have had something to do with it. Who knows? But I'm happy it seems to be working a heck of a lot better. I feel like, and the test is going to be going to Huawei Wednesday this week, and being around 30 to 40 birds, and having everyone's avatars turned on. I guess I could also just go to like a public instance with like 50 people and just turn everyone's avatar on and see what happens. But guys, like, I don't know. I'm excited. I think we might finally be doing good. And you have no idea how happy I am with that, because it's been I know that was a crash, but I'm just going to say that was a random one-off because it was different. It didn't crash like it normally does. It actually just kind of froze, which is more of a normal VR chat crash. It's more normal. What I was dealing with is that VR chat would just boop, gone, and it would just delete itself from the memory. This time it just froze in place, which is like a more normal VR chat crash. Nova says you might need to reinstall Steam VR if you had like multiple headsets. I have been toying with the idea of just completely reinstalling Windows, but like keeping the same hard drive in there and just moving the applications over from the old Windows installation over to the new one. So like all the files, like all the stuff that I have in here, the pictures, the cameras, the videos, all that stuff will still all be in the same location. So I can just easily move stuff over and have a fresh install, new Steam VR, new Windows, like the most up-to-date version, like start over. I think I've been running this computer for 4 years. So it's time, I think. But I have definitely had multiple headsets. I've had, how many headsets have I had on this machine? I've had a Quest 1, 2, 3, Pro, PSVR 2, a Windows Mixed Reality headset, the Varo Aero here. What else? Oh, there's like a noisy machine outside. What else have I had? I think I've had a couple other headsets as well, but I can't think of the name of them either. But I've had a lot. Oh wait, I had the DK2 on there as well. I wanted to do the DK1, but my GPU actually doesn't have the connector for that anymore. Budgies, 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 mushroom, mushroom, budgies, 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 budgies. But oh, by the way, I finally mounted my base stations not on the top of my monitors anymore. So when I bounce, it doesn't cause the, which makes me sound really fat, but it's an old house that the floors kind of have a little bounce to them. But it doesn't make them freak out anymore. Because I was having an issue with that where I was like, hold my hand still and it would go like this and then come back again. And it was doing that with the headset a little bit, and that was kind of scary because I'd be standing and then all of a sudden my headset would go whoop, and then it'd come back and then twist and then do this, and I'm like, we can't have that. We can't be doing that. I'm going to end up falling over. Wow. Nova, what do you think of the microphone? Out of curiosity, I kind of want to like get some input on that. I do need to get a what is it called? A pop filter for it. One of those little fuzzball caterpillar things. Have you done your WAS today? Wah, wah, wah. Thumbing says the mic sounds really good. Nice. Like I've got new headphones in the whole 9 yards, so I'm actually not, because I can hear myself talk, but I'm not entirely sure because I think these headphones have like less bass to them, so I'm not sure if I'm overdoing it. Nova says, yeah, it sounds like it needs a pop filter, but there's a minor echo too. Is it super noticeable? Because I think that's a limitation of how this headset connects. I've always had issues with headset mics that use a single line where there's always, for some reason, a tiny little bit of echo. And I don't know if that's because I'm feeding the audio from my mic back to the headset and it's like feeding back itself or something. You want more budgies? I don't. I have the right amount of screams in this house right now. We don't need more. It sounds interesting, like a comedy performer on stage. But it's like not distracting or anything, right? Like, I can hear myself pop filtering it or popping it too. Hi Taro, how you doing, Bean? Welcome on in. Excuse me. Like I have noise reduction on this microphone. I wonder if there's a way that I can add like echo cancellation to it. That might be a really tough one though. That also might make the microphone sound really bad. Alright, Xeon, have yourself a good one, Bean. Sveno says, I back, but going to immediately go to rest. Okay, happy dreams to you, Sveno. Thanks so much for hopping on through. Don't forget to hit your exclamation point lurk in the chat. Sveno says, I would love to watch again since I missed so many, but I have so much to do. Bye-bye. Bye. Have a good one, Bean. Thanks for stopping in either way. It's really nice to see you. I hope you have a great one. Should have a muffin. Well, you get it with the lurk. It's just no, I don't think I could do that. That'd be too much. I was gonna say like, oh, what if I did like a individual lurk thing where everyone could have like their own command to make a different muffin come on screen? That'd be really cool, but that'd be a lot of work, especially with how many muffins there are out there.
Muffin! Whee!
I wonder where I can get a pop filter for this microphone. Sveno says, oh, that reminds me. Me and Cynic were going to work on a GIF that gives a random muffin. Like for streaming? That'd be pretty cool. Not a GIF, a redeem. Would it be like an app on your computer that you could run so that I could just capture it and have it be down there? That'd be pretty cool. Wait, hold on. That's a thing. Rich O'Neo does something like that where you like the redeem pulls up a random bit of artwork of him up here. You could literally do something like that where it's like a you just say like exclamation point muffin and it would bring up a random person's either artwork or muffin up here. That'd be pretty cool. I should maybe just reach out to Rich O'Neo. He apparently... Oh, look, they're cleaning each other. Well, they were. Until I said something about it. Sveno says, yeah, that. Hi, Numix, you seem more echoey. I've been getting that. I don't know if maybe I need to turn my microphone down. It does seem a little louder than usual. That might help. Yeah, it's something to do with how these microphones work. They send the microphone audio over the same cable that the audio for the headphones come through. It's basically just a regular 3.5 millimeter headset. And I've always had the issue where how I like to set these things up is I have a audio feedback loop so I can tell exactly what I'm giving to you guys. So like if the microphone moves out of the way and suddenly it sounds really weird like this, I know that I need to move it back because I can hear the difference. But the way that these microphones work, they actually will cause noise on the line, I guess, and cause a slight echo. Now, if I turn my feedback off, it may go away. But I do want that feedback so I can hear what I'm giving you guys. Otherwise, I'll feel... I've done it before in Smiley's setup over there where I couldn't hear myself and I was stumbling all over myself because I heard all the people around me talking and I couldn't hear a single thing I was saying. And it just sounded like I was like having speech problems. Because I couldn't hear myself speak. I don't know. It's weird. I'm so used to being able to hear my own voice. Hi, Numix. Well, no. How do I explain this? It's not that I love to hear my own voice. It's the Have you ever tried like having music on your headphones at like a really loud volume, right? And then tried to talk to someone at the same time, but you can't tell exactly what you're saying. So then it's like, how do I explain that? I mean, that makes sense to me, but I mean, like, if you can't hear your own voice, you don't know what you're actually saying to someone. So you start stumbling all over yourself. Oh, that's a good idea. Open back headphones. I have yet, and it's surprising that I haven't done that yet, but I have yet to get open back headphones. I've always had closed back. Maybe I should look into that. Open back headphones. I wonder, do they make headsets that are open back? Like what? I could just get wired headsets for this thing, which means it would be really cheap, or well, cheaper than wireless ones. They always charge a huge amount more for wireless headphones. With open back, I'm more quiet as to not wake the entire house. Oh, guys, it's been 15 minutes. Man, it feels like it's been a lot longer than that. Holy cow, it's only been 30 minutes. Oh, it's noon. Wow, I had so much set up today. Oh no, that's right. Well, hold on. I think I tried to go live at 10, and then I wasn't able to actually go live until like just 30 minutes ago because of all the issues. But look, guys, we've been live. And we're using less memory than usual, which is weird, but like, hey, we're here. And we are using all of that 5070 to do all this, and we're still getting 60 FPS. This is great. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, guys, wow. The eye tracking's working. The only thing that stinks is that the Varo Arrow, you're supposed to be able to use foveated rendering on here. By using the eye tracking, you can actually tell what to render in high definition. For some stupid reason, it doesn't work in VR chat. So, which means that when that Steam frame comes out, they're supposed to have foveated rendering, I think, on there as well, for clear visuals to where you're actually looking. And we're still not going to be able to do that in VR chat. However, with the Steam frame, theoretically, you should be able to play PC VR on the headset. At least that's what they've been saying. At least that's what they've been saying. I'm really excited to see that. Very awa. Yeah. Wait, can I do a thumbs up? Yeah, there we go. You know the cool thing about Vive wands? Wait, why can't I just give a thumbs up? I don't want the finger. Oh, there's like multiple gestures you can do. Oh, that's a new one. Look at that. I could do a pinky ring finger. Cool. Hi, Ben. Welcome on through, Bean. But I can like do a thumbs up, which I was always having trouble with on the Quest Pro, because it always thought that I was like putting my fingers in places that I wasn't actually doing that. So now I can just do this and it works. And guess what? With Vive wands, no stick drift. Yay! To be perfectly honest, I'm happy with that. This is a technology from 2016. You know, and it just they like solved the whole stick drift issue ages ago with these touchpad things. Let me see if I can move the microphone off to the left a little bit. Testing. Testing. That's a little less bassy, but I mean, at least that's more echoey too. Is it picking up the headphones? Testing. Yo. I want to try open backs at some point. I've heard that open back headphones are fantastic, especially if you're a music listener, because they call it the sound stage is like way out here, which you guys can't even see me do that, but the sound stage is way out there instead of like on your ears. It's like out here, so like you can actually like pinpoint where instruments are in the music. Mayo, inside voice, please. Thank you. Newing says the Steam frame should also be stick drift free. Yeah, because they're using the what are they called? The magnetic sticks, which are basically just Hall effect, I think is what they call that. I'm not sure, but I think that's what they call those. All I'm gonna say is it's easier to listen out for the post and your own voice. That'd be really nice. I don't think it would work. I don't think it would work very well in the office because Smiley would hear the music, and I'm not gonna lie, I like to listen to music at very loud volumes, so it probably wouldn't work for that. But in here, that'd be pretty sweet. This is a room separate. I've basically made an apartment away from, well, not away from home, but like I made an apartment in here. I have a bed, I've got a computer, I've got a microwave, a coffee maker, a fridge, the birds, an AC unit, a heater. I got all the cool things in here. I think the only thing I'm missing is like a sink or something to wash coffee cups, I guess. But there's literally a sink right over there. I'm not going to do that. Hayo's becoming a hermit. I think the thing that's kind of nice, and this might sound a little funky, but Smiley works from home right now, so there's a lot of times where I was in the office, and there's a lot of times where I had to like be very quiet, or even sometimes to leave the room so that he could be into a meeting with his higher ups and stuff like that. And I was like, this isn't cool. It's like I want to be able to talk to people and stuff. So I made a little space in here. But he's literally still right there. So he's like, he can come from in there to in here and we can talk. And then we go for like walks and stuff. And oh boy, we go for walks. We go for exercises. We eat lunch together. I should probably think about getting lunch actually. What time is it? I think at 12:30 I'm going to take a little bit of a break. By the way, guys, I'm just going to do this really quick here. Did you know that we are currently running a little bit of a charity thing right now? We are doing it for benefiting Feeding America, which is right here. And that's basically, we had a recent thing that happened to stay out of the politics and stuff like that. But we did have a thing recently that was going on where the government had shut down and a lot of people didn't have food for a little bit. Because of the people who are in need, like lower income families and stuff like that. And basically that's what Feeding America is for people who need food, kind of like food banks, if you guys have ever heard of that before. We're not doing a huge charity thing, as you can see. I mean, $100 is still a lot of money. You got to think like maybe $1 or $2 can easily feed like maybe 1 or 2 people. So we've already raised, with the help of Digiception, Mr. Catsby, and well, myself, we've raised 65 whole dollars. So you got to think about that. If $1 or $2 can feed 1 to 2 people at a time, we've technically fed quite a few people up there already. But the goal only right now is $100, and then when we get to that goal, we can maybe talk in the Discord server to say which charity we'd like to benefit next. Oh yeah, you can do that too! ! Charity. If you guys are interested in that. SNAP benefits got cut during the shutdown. Yeah, the SNAP benefits got cut. So people who, there are people out there who are low income and may even have children as well. And SNAP benefits help feed these families who are in need of food. So the reason why I'm doing this one here is because it's not giving money directly to these people. It's giving food to these people. It's obviously it's giving money to this this company here, or this charity organization here, but they use that money to then go buy and transport and give the food to people who need it. And that's the whole point that we're trying to do there. It's just get people who want to have food in their bellies to have food. Because being hungry sucks, and I don't want anyone to deal with that. So that's why we're doing that. And I greatly appreciate it. So if you do, I think right now how this is set up here, the top donors will show up from 1 to 10. So it'll start taking up more of the chat as it comes down here. But the thing is that once we reach our goal here, this will reset, so it'll go back up again. Whoa! Oh my gosh, Diamond Eye! Wow, that's awesome! Thank you so much! Wow, Diamond Eye just donated a whole $10 to Feeding America to feed the people. That's like possible. I'm waiting for it to go away so I can. Hi, how's it going? Didn't realize it'd be there like that. But yeah, that's like 20 people there that you basically just may have fed. That's really cool. Like, that's really, really cool. You have no idea how awesome that is. I even just went to what was it, a Save-A-Lot recently, and they're having a fundraiser there as well. But basically what they did is they took these little bags, so and this is basically kind of what they do, I think, for like what Diamond I just did. I spent $10, and they had this little bag full of like things like macaroni and cheese and canned beans and like cans of like stuff that doesn't go bad, you know, canned meats and stuff, and like bologna and things that don't need to go bad. And then it's a whole bag full of food. Maybe not necessarily the best food, but it's like food. It's something that can feed you, and it's like $10. And I took it over to the little donation pile, and there was like hundreds of these bags of like food in this thing. And I was like, yeah, like this is cool. This is actually what I want to see happen. And basically, Diamond Eye, that's what you just did too. You just basically spent that $10 for a whole bag full of food, and you just took it over to the donation pile. And now people are going to be able to like eat food, and that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, great job, Diamond. And now your name is up there too. Now, what I want to do in the end is somehow have, how do I say, like some form of a way to give back. I don't know how I'm going to do that. If you guys have any suggestions about that, like maybe having your name, because this is going to go away once we reach our goal. This is going to go away over here because it kind of has to reset for the donation system to work correctly. But I want to have like a spot somewhere where like it shows like who has donated in the past. So maybe we do that, or maybe we have like a special role on Discord for people who have donated. That's an idea. Trying to think, what else can we do? I was thinking like maybe something with this down here, or maybe the muffin thing. Oh, wait. We could even maybe like put someone, like if someone donates or something like that, they can put a piece of their art, safe for work obviously, up here in the corner. And I replace Cheaty art with art of you guys, and then you guys like put your names, like here's the donators, and like, oh, that's a cool idea. That's a neat idea. I like that. We get like a picture of you, right? Like maybe your avatar or something like that, and then put your name on it, and then I'll have a thing up there that says donators for our thing, and then there'll be a picture and your name up here. Yeah. That's cool. I like that. That sounds like fun. Replace my Cheaty stuff up here with that. That sounds like much more fun. Or maybe I replace this the snacks thing with that. No, I think I want to replace that. That sounds like more fun. What do you guys think? I want to hear your guys' thoughts. But yeah, we're at 75 out of 100. Like that's like, shoot, that's like possibly like over 250 people being fed. Like that is such a cool thought. Think about that. All those people that we're helping out there. That is such a cool thing. Gosh, that's cool. Gosh, that's cool. Wow. Thank you for the donation, Diamond. You're awesome. Let's see, what else can we talk about today? Tiltify! Help Cheaty feed America. Yeah. I'm thinking about that, feeding America. I need to feed myself. I need to go eat lunch. What do we have for lunch today? Oh, we got pork downstairs. Got nice tasty pork. We went to the store and we bought like all these different pork things because they were on sale for like $3 for a pork loin thing. And they had all these different flavors and stuff. And like, oh, we'll buy this one and that one and this one and that one. And then we tried them last night. One of them was like lemon and basil, I think it was. Lemon and basil on the pork. And then Smiley cut it in half and like put a whole bunch of like ground garlic up in there. And that one was really tasty. But then I had one where it was like, I didn't know this. I just thought it was a regular pork one. But then we opened it up and like all this stuff started falling out. And they're like, what is this? It was bacon. It was topped with like crap tons of bacon. I don't suggest that one. That was a very fatty, that was a very fatty piece of pork. Nanashi, hey.
Wah. 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 Wah.
Oh, it stopped. Diamond says that first one sounds delicious. No, it definitely was. It was a lot less. I mean, it was just in general better. It was less greasy. It actually had proper flavor to it. The other one just tasted like, because I used to have bacon for breakfast. I have stopped doing that a long time ago because I don't know. Fatty things in the morning really don't agree with me. So like, I'm not a fan of, and this may be illegal for some of you, but I'm not a fan of waffles or pancakes or I kind of like hash browns, but you got to be easy on the oils and stuff that you use to make that. Smiley likes to make like hash brown with onions and stuff like that, and all these other things that are added in there. But he used to use oil to cook it, to fry it, basically, as you're supposed to. But that doesn't agree with my stomach. I don't know why. It didn't used to have that issue, but now I do. You know. But no, that bacon one, not gonna get that again. That was way too much fat in that. I can definitely see people enjoying that though. It was, the first bite was delicious, but then like the second and third, I was like, ooh, I don't like this. Hello to our viewers over on YouTube. How you doing today? So one of the things that I was told by another streamer, I'm not gonna name them or anything, but another streamer told me, it's like, yeah, one thing that you should try to do at some point is just do only a live stream to YouTube. Yeah, it's not a get up and instantly eat food. I mean, that's like just bacon in general. Like, what is it? Not, you guys don't, over in the UK, you guys don't do bacon like we do in America. You guys do something more along the lines of like, we call it Canadian bacon. It's basically just like little pieces of actual ham without all the fat and stuff. We had that when we were in the UK. That I liked. I liked that. And I think maybe, I mean, we just don't fry things anymore. We stopped doing that. Again, like I've lost not an insignificant amount of weight as of recent because of our diet change and stuff. I haven't weighed myself in about a week and a half at this point, but in the past month and a half, 2 months, I've lost 18-ish pounds, which sounds like a lot, and it kind of is. But like we've changed up a lot of stuff. We don't fry things anymore. We don't have breads. We don't have rice. We don't have pastas. We basically just steam everything, so all the fats and stuff of everything that we have just go into the bottom of a pan and get thrown away. We're doing really well, I think. I like to think that. Thanksgiving is soon. I'm planning on being good this year, and the reason why that's a problem is because we have like 2 or 3 Thanksgivings and 2 or 3 Christmases every year. Depending on how our friends are feeling and stuff. But we have 2 families. So I have my family, we have Smiley's family, we have our friends that we go to. So we have Thanksgiving with his family, we have Thanksgiving with my family, which I need to call them and figure that out real quick. Maybe I'll do that on my break here. And then we have what's called Friendsgiving as well sometimes. So we'll go there, and it's usually a smaller event when we do that, but it's still like a lot of food. So this year, I'm going to, because that's how I messed up last year. I actually got myself under 200 pounds last year, which is my aim at the moment, because I'm still, what am I, 212? I think I'm 212 right now. I was at 230, now I'm at 212. So I just need to get myself down a little bit more, and I'll be at 200 again. But that's how I messed up last year. I think I was at maybe 215, 220 last year. And then I went on a diet. I was doing exercising and stuff like that. Got myself to 199. And I was like, yeah, that was my goal. We're good to go. And then Thanksgiving and Christmas happened. And then New Year's happened. And then I just kind of like, and then Smiley was like, hey, I want to try out all these new cooking things with French, Italian, Indian, which all sort of use a lot of oils and fats and stuff like that to make the foods really, really delicious. And so I got to 230 this year. And I was like, you know what? I'm kind of noticing a little bit of some pudge here. We're going to fix that. So both of us have decided to go on a diet, and we've both made pretty big strides, I think. And I'm really happy with that. But this year I'm going to be really nice. I'm not going to be the garbage can that everyone knows me to be. It's like, oh, we don't want to bring this food home. We don't want to store this in our fridge. Just give it to Hayo. He'll eat it all. Nova says, well, you do traumatize me whenever you eat all the fish. I mean, come on. Their fish are delish, though. You're a dragon. You should understand this. I can only imagine dragons eat a lot of fish. I mean, it's easy. You just, like, dip your head into the water and just chomp, and then boom, fish. Free lunch. Dip your tail into the water and just do the little wiggle, and then they like, oh, a worm, and then you just, delicious. But talking about earlier, another streamer was telling me it's cast. Oh, you're either looking for cast or Pokecatch. There you go. Yeah. But another streamer told me, he's like, you should just go live only on YouTube or only on Twitch, because I think the two different streaming platforms kind of like know if you're live on both platforms, and they're like, you should give YouTube just a chance on its own. So I may give that a go. I know somebody else who did do that, and they noticed a significant jump in viewership on that platform. And I don't know if that's just because instead of watching on Twitch like they normally would, they knew to go over to YouTube, and that's how that happened. The only problem with that is that everything kinda just works on Twitch, where it doesn't necessarily over on YouTube. So I may have to think about that, but right now everything kind of just seems to work right now. YouTube chat has memory leaks still? Memory leaks, really? I didn't know that. Guys, a Pokemon has appeared down there in the bottom left-hand corner. Exclamation point, Pokecatch in the chat to catch it. Yeah. Alright, Diamond, you have yourself a chance to capture that Pokemon, which is Drapion. For small chats, it's fine, but for bigger chats, it freezes the browser. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. Technically, I would be streaming over on TikTok. Wow, really? I'm only using 12%? I'm only using 12% of my encoder to encode the stream. Am I using my CPU or my GPU for this? I'll have to take a look at that later. Numix says everyone is staying away from streaming on YouTube, maybe for a good reason that I'm unaware of. I mean, I like to stream over on YouTube, mainly because I've noticed if I go onto my analytics for YouTube anyway, it does show that people are watching on their TVs, which means they don't chat, which is why I've been noticing that, and I don't really pay attention to this too much, but the number for YouTube has been going from like 1 to 3, 1 to 3. And I have had people send me pictures. They're like, yeah, I'm watching you right now. And it's on their Roku powered TV. But Twitch isn't supported on like natively on the Roku. So they have to use YouTube to oh. What is it? Is that? Oh my God. Is that stuffing? Oh my God, that's delicious. Where did we have stuffing? Oh my God. Oh, it's just the right amount of spice. We put peppers in our... Did he make more? Where did he get that? I thought we were out. Hey, Diamond, you caught it. Nice. We put spicy peppers in our stuffing. We actually cooked the turkey not too long ago. I know I was saying it was going to be nice this year, but we cooked the turkey early, and then we're going to have it later. But in my defense, we didn't like juice it up with like, well, we kind of did a little bit, but like we didn't super juice it up with like a whole bunch of butter and stuff like that. So I've been bad over the weekend. I know we have to have a cheat day somewhere, you know. You know, the really cool thing is that the entire time I've been streaming for the past like 5-ish years, I've always wanted to do... Oh, the controller stopped tracking. Did it turn off? What was that? Huh. For the past like 5, 6, maybe even more years, I've never wanted to make money off of streaming, but I've always wanted to do like charity stuff. And there never really was a way to do it. But with this one up here, it's all like, even though your guys' names are and stuff are attached to this, it's not your real life name. It's technically in a way anonymized. So like it's Digiception, not like John Schmidt or something. You know what I mean? So it's really cool that it can be anonymized, but the money still goes to the people that need it and stuff. And for me, like even me, like it's not connected to me directly. I just made an account. I didn't put any information in. I just set up the thing, did a little bit of research on it to make sure it was actually real and stuff. And then when you guys donate, the money goes directly to them. It doesn't touch me. It doesn't touch me at all. It doesn't go through me and then to them. It just goes directly to them. And I've been wanting to do this for like the past 6 years. And the fact that I started doing it and we're already like doing, like actually making a difference, that is freaking cool. Hey Zev, welcome on through, Bean. How you doing today? Nova says, of course, if you can't enjoy your diet, what's the point? Yeah, we just have our cheat days, although I will say this past weekend we cheated a little too much, I think. We had the turkey and then we had the... Although we didn't do it on purpose. That pork thing with all the bacon on it was not something we were expecting. We just thought it was just a piece of pork loin. And then it happened to have a whole bunch of bacon on it. We probably could have removed the bacon if we really wanted to, but we wanted to see how it would come out, and it did not come out well. Okay, it's 12:30. I think I'm gonna take a break here. I'm not gonna go dead. I kind of want to leave the stream running and just see how the computer handles it. You know what I mean? Like I want the computer to like have a chance to crash. I want the computer. I want to see if it will crash. And so far, it did do that little crash earlier, but I think that was just a standard VR chat oopsie that happens sometimes. Yeah, a small computer stress test. Right now, we are pushing the GPU at like 80%, 90%, doing all of this. But it may sound like it's like not supposed to be that high, especially on a 5070 Ti. But you have to remember, like I'm rendering the world at like 3000 by 3000 pixels, and I think that's for both eyes. So it's pushing some pixels right now. So that's probably why it's so high. We're only using 11 gigabytes of GPU memory though, which is interesting. And that may sound like a lot, but you have to remember, all of the crap that's on screen right now is all being rendered by this computer, which is impressive to say the least, that it's only 11 gigs. We're currently using 16.9 gigabytes of system memory, which also is kind of high, but you know, we do have a full usable 31.9 gigs. And then our CPU is just like barely doing anything at like 40%. We're doing pretty good. I do want to move this top donors thing up just ever so slightly because I can still see the chat kind of hiding out back there. And that looks a little jank to me. I don't like that. Oh, you know what? What I could do is just adjust the chat down a little bit, because to change this up here is a website I have to go to change that. Something just changed. I don't know what it was though. Guys, I'm going to take a break here. I'm going to say maybe 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to leave the room, go eat some lunch real quick here, see if I can get some more of that stuffing because that was delicious. And then maybe take a shower. I feel like I need to take a shower. A shower would be nice. Have you ever had that happen to you when it's like really cold out and like it's cold outside, but it's like really warm in the room you're in? So then it's like, how do you explain this? I guess it's really dry in here right now, right? So it's really dry in here. And then like your hands and feet, this is going to sound really yucky, but like your hands and feet just feel, ugh, you know? Does that make any sense? Like you just kind of feel, because I don't know if like what it is. It's like your body is like doing some weird stuff trying to keep itself. Oh, I hate this thought of this, moisturized. You know what I mean? Oh. So then you take a shower to get rid of all of the nastiness that your body's currently doing. Yeah, it's kind of like that right now. Anyway, I'm gonna go do that real quick. It's gonna take me 15 to 20 minutes to do all that, and then I'll be back. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the Steam interface, go to this screen, and then use the wonderful touchpads to scroll down. You have no idea how much of a difference this is. It's kind of like a learning curve, but it's also like really nice. So what we do is we do this, and then it says we're BRB, and I'm noticing it kind of broke something down there for some reason. But maybe I'll fix that later, not right now. It's on the bottom left-hand corner by where the hydrate gold and stuff like that is down there. It kind of like glitched out the bottom frame there. But I'll be back in a little bit, guys. Give me about 15 to 20 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. Let's see. Is there anything I can do for you guys while I'm gone? I don't think so. I need to find something else for BRB screens. But until next time, I'll be back in a little bit. See you guys soon. Hey, Clock. Welcome on in, Bean. I'll be right back.
Hello there.
Holy crap-oly, guys. Wow. Whoa. Wow. Excuse you. Let's see if it just works.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Let me see if my feet still work. Oh, did I never... I wasn't in full body. I wasn't in full body the whole time. Oh, that's funny. I've been wearing the trackers and everything. Hi, Rothcall. How's it going? Welcome on through. How you doing today? Let me turn the full body on. It's so goofy. Wait. Calibrate. I love how the eyes on the avatar, they just look so, with a lack of a better word, like kawaii looking when I go into this mode. Like, look at how wide the irises are. And then they go like normal when I stop doing it. I wish it would just do that all the time. That's kind of cute looking.
Hello there.
Hi, how's it going, Zephys? Hi. Guys, I have some personal news. I just weighed myself again after about a week and a half of not doing so because I try not to pay too much attention to it. But I lost another 3 pounds. I have now lost a total of, what is it, 21 pounds now in the past 2 months. This diet is super working. Yeah. I don't even know what the heck the diet's called. We're just like steaming foods and stuff like that. I think it's called, oh crap, I forget the name of it. I've known a couple of people who have done it, but we're basically just doing a diet of like steamed vegetables and meats and stuff. And oh my gosh, is it working? It is so good. I have like a noticeably smaller midsection now. I've noticed some weight loss in the face. Which is good because I've seen a couple pictures of myself. I'm like, ooh, I do look a little on the heavier side there. So that's been fixed, or not fixed. It's getting better though. I took a look at I trimmed up my beard the other day because one of the things with the whole face tracking thing with this mode is that it doesn't like beards as much, so I had to like trim up the beard. And then I looked at myself in the mirror. This is like maybe 4 or 5 days ago I did this. And I'm like, whoa, I like look younger now. And that's weird that a weight difference does that. But like, I look younger now. That's wild. Hi, Lishy. How's it going, Bean? Welcome on through. How you doing today, Bean? How's our favorite resident guitar player? Zephyr says, whoa, there's our bird here. What? Where? Wow. Zephyr, how's your week going so far? It's Tuesday. There's something I need to do, but I forgot to do it. I will do it in a little bit. I should probably do it now, though, but I just got back, so I'll do it in a little bit. I think I gotta do laundry later today, too. Lishy says, I'm a little sad, but better. That's good to hear that you're feeling better. Keep that smile going, Lishy. Did you do anything interesting today, Lishy? Even if it's something small, I want to hear about it. Small personal goals are usually things that you need to have so that you can make the rest of your day really awesome. Oh, peaches, 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 peaches. What is this song doing in here? That's funny. Cephas Prime says, I'm doing okay. Someone already beat the final boss in the Starbound server. Oh. I mean, that's pretty neat. I actually, is it like a Minecraft thing where you can just like reset it and it doesn't affect the rest of the play of the game? Blink twice if you're in trouble. I'm not in trouble. Lishy says, I ate well. Oh, see, there you go. That's awesome. I like to hear that. What did you have for, I think it would be dinner for you right now. How was your dinner? I just heard a little overmodulation there. Don't blink twice if you're fine. Oh, that's funny. I just blinked twice by accident. I'm fine though. Don't worry, guys. Lishy says I don't have a smile. Lishy, everyone has a smile. You just gotta find yours. Nova says, I'm not fine. Hayao's bullying me with dad jokes again. But that's my job. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Somebody mentioned, I think over on YouTube, that I was telling dad jokes as a bird to make myself look younger, I think is what they were going for with that comment. And to be perfectly honest, this character is one of the older looking Avali, I think. Wow. What the heckies? I joined and everything went dark. I don't know what that one was. Shoot, now I lost my timer for how long we've been live. I think that wasn't too bad.
Some players are starting a band in the server to play Dragon Force songs. We need 14 total people.
Can you play instruments in Starbound? Is that what you guys are doing? So you're like all gonna get together and play your instruments inside of Starbound and play Dragon Force songs? Hi Lishy, sorry if I missed your messages, guys. I did. OBS, of all the things to crash by itself, OBS crashed by itself this time. That is too weird. I was gone for like probably 25 minutes and then it decides to crash as I come back. Interesting. But that's pretty cool. If you guys could actually do that and record that, that'd be really, really cool. Caruso says, I've been wanting to join the Starbound, but every time I get off work, someone wants to play or do something, and I'm just too nice to say no. I know how that can be sometimes. Sometimes just having the ability to say no so that you can enjoy... I mean, at the same time, you're probably enjoying your time with whoever it is that you're playing with. So, in the end, it's a win. You need to convert the music to ABC format? I'm not even sure what format that is. Is it kind of like MIDI? But like for Starbound? Lishy says I ate tomato sauce pasta, beet salad, and bread. Yo, beet salad. That sounds pretty tasty. Tomato sauce pasta. Heck yeah, I like that. And don't get me started on bread. I miss bread. That's one thing I'll have to say I miss about this being on this diet right now, is that we're not having bread right now, or at least we're trying to avoid it. And I miss bread. I miss bread so much. It's so tasty. It's like perfect for making. I miss sandwiches. I can't have sandwiches right now because of this diet. I miss sandwiches. Like a nice, tasty bologna sandwich with some lettuce, a little bit of onion, and then ketchup and mustard. Maybe mayonnaise. Maybe. It's easy if you can get a MIDI file in the Starbound Composer. Oh, there you go. I'm pretty sure there's a MIDI file of a whole bunch of different types of Dragon Force songs out there. Cruzo says, did you bring some to share with the fellow burbs? Yeah, Lishy, did you bring any? I want some bread. I can't have it, but I wish I could have some. Lishy says, birds love bread. Yes, they do. Even the Avali ones. Zephyr says, yes, they're already converted. Yeah. That's going to be fun. Why do you need 14 people, though? Is it just the, is there that many instruments in Dragon Force songs? I think actually that's the website that that's the website I use for all of my background music for my videos that I make. I basically just go on, I think it's VG Music. I just go on there. Literally you just type in video game music into Google and it comes up. But you just go there and then I go on there and find Spyro the Dragon and just download a whole bunch of MP3s of the music from the game. And it's so cool because like video game music, a lot of it anyway, video game music isn't usually copyrighted. Well, it is copyright, but like because people stream games. There we go. People stream games, and the game companies want their games to be advertised. They don't copyright claim the people using this music. So I just put this music in the background of, like right now, you're listening to video game music in the background right now, and I don't have any copyright claims. Some are different tracks with the same instruments, but yeah. Caruso says I remember going on there in high school before MP3 and had my Discman. CD burning. I was lucky enough that when I got into CD burning, I had a CD player that could also play MP3s. And the really neat thing is that I found that same CD, because I lost it years ago, but I found that same CD player on eBay for like 15 bucks. And I bought it. I just found out though that MP3 hasn't stopped evolving. It's had like different versions as time has gone on to get the compressions better and stuff like that. And that CD player doesn't have the newer versions, which is weird because I thought maybe you could just play anything on anything, but that CD player doesn't like the new MP3s of today. So I need to get like an MP3 to MP3 converter that does older versions so that I can make that CD player work right. But it's even got like the track title list on it. It's got like 2 lines of text and it does track title and time and all that. It was not cheap when I got it, and it was the cheap. It was not the cheap one, but I had tape players too. Yeah, that was before CDs because like CD players were really expensive, so I had to like make my own tapes. So before the internet was really a thing, or CD burners were a thing, what I was doing is I was going into my collection of PlayStation 1 games, and if anyone knows, PlayStation 1, or a lot of PlayStation 1 games, have the music for the games on the CD, so you can just take the CD and put it in a CD player and it'll play. My mom at the time had a radio with a tape deck in it. I put the CD in there, put a tape in the tape deck, hit play, hit record, and I recorded music from my games onto my tapes and then played those. This is dating me so much right now, but but that's how I used to listen to my music. And it was always kind of funny because like if you ever tried to put the tape player on your waist, because it always had that little clip, right? So you'd put it on your waist and you go walking, right? You go walking, but every time you would take a step, the CD player would hop up and down a little bit from the, just the weight of doing that, which would mess with the rotation of the weight inside the tape deck or the tape player. So you'd be listening to music and it'd be going, oh. So you ended up just having to like hold on to the tape player anyway. Have you heard of Snail Aid? I haven't heard of Snail Aid, but I've heard of Snail House, which is a different one. The Foodman 52 says, "Yeah, hey buddy, how's it going?" I saw that. What's up? How's it going, dude? Look at you, you're a little dragon. That's cool. I've never. Is that a? That's not a Pokemon. What is that? I didn't know we had dragons in here. Nova, we have dragons. Apparently, you can be a dragon. That's news to me. Zeva says it's a Flash game I really enjoyed. No, I don't think I've heard of that before. The Foodman says slogging through a Tuesday like usual, slow office day. Heck yeah. You're getting through it. At least it's not Monday anymore. Nobody likes a Monday. You know, my probably least favorite day out of the week, and I've been trying to like improve it by like just doing things like streaming and stuff like that, but Thursdays are really not the greatest for me because it's like the day before Friday, which is like the party day, right? So like Thursdays are just like, they just feel really slow. But I've been trying to fix that by just going live on streaming. Grey Zopo, thanks for the follow. Hope you enjoy your stay. How you doing today?
Bread for a valet. Thank you for the follow, Grey Zopo.
Whoa. Okay, I have to like, so the headset's bigger now. And I just tried to do the same thing I normally do with the Quest Pro and pretend to munch on something, but I just smacked my face because of that. I have to keep in mind of that. Thursdays are chill days. Well, this Thursday for me, I'm not going to be able to stream on Thursday because I'm going to be going to doing a house call. So lots of driving tomorrow. It'd be really cool as if I was Mayo. Such a gremlin sometimes. To make my Monday workday suck, I start at 5 a.m. while it's dark. Do you do that on purpose? Caruso says, to make my Monday workday suck, I start at 5 a.m. Are you purposely making yourself start on a 5 a.m.? I mean, that means you get off earlier though, right? You're calling a house, but they can't pick up. Did somebody kick me off the thing again? Oh, yucky. 12 hours. That's not fun. Nova says you're calling a house, but they can't pick up. No, I'm... Why does my character keep resetting? Is someone kicking me off?
No.
Zephys, what are you doing? But no, I have to go do a internet fix. Someone's internet stopped working, so I had to go to the store. I had to go to the store yesterday to get the parts to fix the internet, and then I'm going to fix their internet on Thursday because that's the time I have scheduled. Lishy says, thank you, Hayo. Anytime, Lishy. You take good care of yourself, okay? I don't know if you have to get out of here. I know it's getting late for you. Zephyr says, how goes Outer Wilds? Well, I do have it downloaded to the PS4. We will probably... I'd like to... Because I know I said like last week on Monday I was going to play that. I don't think I did. I think I was having so many... I was having so many issues with my internet, or not my internet, but my computer, that I just didn't go live at all last week. Caruso says, but I'm glad I get 1 week on and 1 week off, so I'm rested and good. Oh, do you get like a whole week off? That's pretty cool. Wow. Zephys. What the heck? What the heck? I thought we talked about this. And you're booping me. You're getting all up in my face. I'm gonna get up in your face. How you like that, huh? I'm gonna sniff. Stinky. Stinky. Wow. See what I tell you? See what that says right there? Zephys Prime fart. Zephys Prime fart. You did it, not me. Caruso says, yeah, I'm the lead security bird, so I get a bit more work leading to other security and also a bit of manager assistant. Oh my goodness. Stop trying to shift the blame. I'm not shifting the blame. It is you. You're blaming me. You're shifting the blame.
Stop trying to shift the blame. Nibble the ankle of Hayo and vanish in the shadows.
No, Nanashi. Man, Taco is just getting all the love in there. Nova says Zephys might have redeemed it, but you did it. Are you saying that every time you redeem that, you just squeeze the bird? And then a little... I'm not going to say that, never mind. You just go, you just, boop, you know. Lishy says, I love your stream, Bird. Thank you. I'm going to see you. Good night. Happy dreams. Bye-bye. Hugs. See you later. Bye-bye, Lishy. The food man says, I get the feeling that a mustache would look phenomenal on the black muzzle. That'd be kind of funny, actually. I could probably find that. Hugs. I like this world because the lighting is perfect enough. Normally my snoot is like straight up like jet black, but like now it's like a because it's so bright here. It's like a slight bit of gray, and I don't think that's normally on the avatar. I think that's just like a lighting thing. Although the eyes are straight jet black back here. Interesting. But you can actually see, like, if I smile, you can actually see it now. Simon says, Hayo going incognito with a fake mustache. That sounds cool. I do have a beard. Although I don't think I could I could probably pull off a mustache, but I think I look kind of funky. Like not my avatar. In real life, I'd look a little weird with a mustache, I think. Like some people can pull off a mustache and look good with it. I think I look better with a beard than I would a mustache. Like I have a mustache technically because it's part of the beard and stuff, but like if I had just a mustache going on, I'd look a little funky. If there's a sheen, it's from Hayo's Spear Volley shader he uses with default with these. Yeah, it's the standard Spear Volley shader. Technically, I wonder if you can see it. The sheen in the wings. Well, you can't really see it because of the thing here. Is my waist being tracked? Yeah. Caruso says we'd never know that it's Hayo. We'd be fooled by that by the mustache. My friend keeps telling me to cheer up. You aren't stuck in a deep hole in the ground filled with water. I know what I know he means well. I don't know. I think a mustache with like a little curly mustache. I know somebody who has one of those already. I'm trying to remember their name right now. Bless you. The food man says might have something in your DMs after stream for your incognito upper lip adornment needs. Oh, that'd be cool. Really? Okay, cool. Sounds awesome. Like all I probably need is just like a little texture. Like a... Oh, wait, I have to keep in mind like quest users. I do try to keep quest users in mind, and that... Would that work with quest users? Like a transparency thing? I don't know. Because I think there is a shader for quest users now that does include some form of, I think it's called cutout. So I could technically use just a standard texture and just throw it on my snoot. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, obviously I could use it for just my standard things and, for streaming and stuff, but I like to keep quest users in mind for that kind of stuff. The Food Man says it should be good to go. May need to add a physical... Oh, so it's like an actual physical thing.
Does Hio have a set of disguise glasses? The ones with nose and mustache?
No, I don't have that. That sounds awesome, Food Man. That'd be really cool to see that. Wait a minute. Why? If you're the person I'm thinking of... Hold on. Do I know more than one person that does that? I think might be 2 people. But I don't remember you having the name Food Man. You're something else. That's the weird thing. I see you like on my YouTube all the time, and for some reason your name is escaping me. But are you usually like, well, I know you as an Avali, or maybe like a Shiba Inu, I think they're called. That's black and white in color. Is that you? And for some reason you're underneath the name The Food Man 52? That's just your Twitch name, I guess. How goes birds? They're doing pretty good. Peach is just taking over the camera right now. That's her. I think they're Shiba Inus. It's bothering me that I don't know your name right now, because I see your name all the time and I know who you are, but then like for some reason I'm trying to pull the name out of my head and I can't figure it out. But like your whole entire like your whole entire like brand is like around the mustache. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to do this because I could probably just go to my notifications because you just posted something not too long ago. Am I allowed to say your name if I find it? I don't know if you're like hiding behind that or something right now for a reason. You're not popping up in here now? You just posted something not so long ago. No, it's the same name everywhere. Except for Twitch.
How was lunch?
Oh, lunch was great. I had myself a little bit of chicken noodle soup. I know, doing the illegal thing again. I had a little bit of pasta. But I had a little bit of chicken noodle soup and a little piece of pork, like a little chunk of pork. It's really tasty. I've only got my one username. What are you checking on? See, that's the thing. Like the person I'm thinking of doesn't go by the Food Man. So that's the funny. That's the funny part. That bothers me.